What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Triangle. This is your boy D, drinking a Corona.
Oh, God. It's your girl, CJ.
And it's your girl, Brandy, that wants to give a shout out to my ex, because I'm pretty sure you're still looking at my videos and watching shit. No, this is what this nigga wanted, so I'm going to give him what he wants.
Okay, can I explain a theory about that, too? I think he's the nigga that's disliking our videos. It's always one. I shit you not. Most people don't even like really or dislike it. They don't dislike.
It would be
like
funny if he was going through dislike. No, I don't think he would do that. But at this point, I didn't think he would still be calling in 2020.
He was commenting on our videos for a minute till I blocked him. So.
And for those listening, he was commenting after I decided to block him from everything of my personal page. So then he decided, not the what? Then he decided it was a good look to start commenting on the pages as if we're friends. I'm letting you know right now, the breakup was not messy in the sense of a big argument. It was like a lot of shit.
Sounds juicy and messy to me.
And no, it was a lot of shit. But the way I handled it was very much like, all right, I'm just taking you off all the accounts, like right. Netflix and shit. Not
Hashtag
fucking with
cancel.
you. Hashtag cancel. Even wrote. I don't even.
Wait. Did you just say take him off of your accounts of Netflix and shit?
Oh yeah, it was mine.
Oh bitch.
It was mine. Yeah. Bitch definitely wasn't.
No.
Yeah. Listen.
No, this is my politician hands. Bitch, no.
Yeah. There's a lot of things financially that I wish were different.
Wait a
minute. Now I'm getting into it. Not that I was taking care of him, because I'll never put it out.
No. Okay, but I understand that.
But no, because here's the thing. When you're in a relationship with me, I'm like, hey, I got it. I'm very much that person. So I'm like, well, I got Netflix. Why do we do that? Well, I have Amazon Prime. Just use mine.
I understand that.
So my thing is, especially at that moment, we had a lot of other fish to fry. So the fact that you actually say something to me after you noticed you were taken off of those type of accounts, that was my final straw. Because we had bigger issues. But you hit me with am I off the
that's what he asked
Netflix
you?
Account? Honey, I wish I still had the text messages. Wait a minute. I wish. It's funny now. It was not funny at the time. I was so heartbroken and so upset. But baby hit me with the, am I off the accounts? And then hit me with this. And if I'm lying, he can provide receipts otherwise, because he'll find a fucking way to reach out. And the goal of me talking about this, EW, if you listening, is to get you to understand. I do not like or respect you anymore. I don't appreciate you still messing with me in the sense of reaching out. And even after you reached out and I told you, all right, I'm going to let you speak your piece. Yep. And you still didn't even take that opportunity to speak your piece. You hit me with you got a schedule and you're tired and you didn't get the message. But I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So my thing is, if I dare break up with somebody or have somebody break up with me and I keep hitting them up, or even if it's every few months, because that's the game he's been playing. If I do all that and they give me the opportunity to just have their ear, please believe I'm taking it. I'm calling them right then and there as soon as I see a text. My thirsty ass gonna call, but that's just me. But that also lets me know you don't want shit. Whatever the apology is, save it. Whatever the closure is, save it for yourself. I don't need shit from you. And if I did want anything from you, I can rack up a list of shit that came from gifts. Since I can't get my time back, you can pay me. You can cash at my ass. It's brash or breaded. I changed cash or credit. Wait a minute, cash or credit, but you take the C's and make them B's. So it's brash or breaded. Skeletor is my profile picture up there. Leave me the fuck alone unless it's about money. I already said too, and I'm sorry, y'all, whoever listen to this, you can fast forward if you don't with me ranting, but this is me just being a little messy with my own personal life. I even told him, I think he would be a great guy for somebody else. I don't feel like he's an awful guy. You're not the scum of the earth. You was on bullshit with me. And I even told him, hey, you're going to be fine for somebody else. Somebody that you want, but you clearly didn't want me. You just wanted to pussy.
That's nice and mature.
Yeah, it was mature. Now I'm like, fuck you.
Now I'm telling you everybody on my podcast.
No, I don't give a fuck. I hope you got coronavirus.
Oh my God.
Like, I don't care. You disrespected me. You wasted my time. You made my son cry. You was in my fucking father's face, and you wasn't on no real shit. My mama fed you. Nigga, you want some other shit.
That part.
Shit. And my mama can cook. No shade. So, yeah, no, like, just leave me the fuck alone. I gave you what you wanted. You got the first 5 or 10 minutes of the podcast. Here's the attention you wanted. Leave me the fuck alone.
Oop.
Don't call me no more.
You hear this, E-Dubs? Leave her ass alone.
I don't want to have to change my number. I handled this as classy as I could. you fucking playing it. Like you trying. You don't want shit. This nigga.
Oh,
as I keep going,
there it is.
We were writing each other. The high pitch. So, you telling me whatever you have to say to me can't be said through text? You couldn't leave me through a voicemail. You couldn't do smoke signals. You couldn't write a letter like you did when you was in boot camp.
Signals.
He was in boot camp and we was writing letters because that's all we could do. You couldn't write a letter.
I mean,
it's not that serious. Leave me the fuck alone. You don't want shit. You don't want shit. But again, because I'm not into, because you know some of our commenters, somebody said they think we hate black men or whatever. I love black men. I love y'all niggas, okay?
I don't know. That guy had issues with himself.
Yeah, he definitely
obviously
had issues. And I still have love for my exes. I don't hate any of them. It's just the respect goes out of the window.
And so that guy doesn't have a name attached to his subscription either, right? Which is
the other guy that said that?
Yeah, that said that, which is why it got me curious.
Yeah, I still don't think he would take the time to do that. I would like
Girl,
to
he took the time to comment on her Facebook page. What are you talking? All he has is time.
Here's the thing. I would like to think, well, I couldn't tell because when he was with me, you ain't had the time.
Oh, yeah.
He was always tired and sleepy and working and this and that. Everything else was more important. Again, I couldn't pay for the little bit of attention he's giving now with calling me every few months for that shit in a relationship. That's how I know you don't want shit. There are other bitches I'm sure you talking to, fucking, sucking, doing whatever. Pay attention to yourself.
Not fucking, sucking, doing whatever.
Listen, worry about your goddamn self, because it is like anybody who's listening, at least up to this point, if you've ever been in a relationship, look at D's face, look at D's face. Look at
D been just answering your rant with just faces the whole time.
I didn't expect to go in like this, but here we are. Have you ever been with somebody and you were to the point where you're like, oh, we are getting married, or you're a single parent, you're like, you're meeting my kid, you're in my parents' face.
That's a lie.
My daddy ain't even meet my ex-husband because we was on some elope shit. So I had you in my father's house. I was on some real shit with you and was not a perfect person, but anything I was falling short and I was trying to go above and beyond to make up for, and nothing was good enough. So that's fine. Find somebody that is for you, that fits that mold that you want, because it ain't me. Now, if you aren't contacting me to get back with me, because I'm not going to put myself on that much of a pedestal, although, then if you're calling for an apology or to be forgiven or whatever the fuck, like, keep all that. Like, just leave me alone. I don't need closure from you. I don't need the apology. It's already annoying enough when you pop back up on my voicemail, because, again, a bitch didn't know you could leave voicemails and you're blocked. I was not aware of that. Yep. It's just triggering in the sense of the anger and resentment I have for the time that I wasted. Because I was genuine, even in my own bullshit in a relationship, I'd be genuine about my shit.
Right.
So I gave you authentic, pure energy as much as I could. And clearly that wasn't what you wanted from me. Leave me the fuck alone. Thank you.
I'm with you on that one. Totally.
All right.
D.
Coronavirus.
Yeah. No, I completely understand. I don't know. That was a nice long rant, and
I apparently needed to get that out because I sure
you did. It was off your chest. It's a little bit lighter.
I said it with my chest. I said it with my chest.
A lot of it.
My pocket tastes about 10 times better than what it was. You got all that shit off your chest.
Nigga, listen.
I just cured coronavirus with that.
Shit.
You know what though? People really
come talk
like
to
that.
Brandy. You trying to get rid of that shit?
Oh my gosh!
I can't. And then it'd be fucking you up because when you do want to get like with somebody else, you're trying to get that energy of an ex off you. So if I'm boot caking with somebody and then I see a voice on my phone, my energy's thrown off. Then new niggas like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, fuck, coronavirus just called. Like I'm trying to. I can't get rid of it. It's herpes, and it's like, fuck.
No, coronavirus just called.
Coronavirus goes away. Herpes, that shit.
Yeah, that's a good point. It was like, and then you'd be mad at yourself because it was like, wow, I was really thirsty after you. Like, I would have drank his bathwater. I was thirsty. Love me some him. Because when I'm in it, baby. So if he ever wants to flex
I understand that. I really do.
Oh my gosh. When I'm in it, I'm in it. So if he ever wanted to flex on me and be like, this bitch was doing this, this bitch sure was, because I was in it. I was in it. But when I'm out, I'm out. So again, leave me the fuck alone.
Wow.
My God. And I couldn't imagine being somebody entertaining him now. And then you still calling your ex for fucking
girl,
what?
that part right there.
I couldn't imagine. thinking I was getting to know this nice 40-something-year-old man. No, is he 40? Yeah, I don't know. 47-year-old man, no kids, seeming like a black unicorn, educated, just seeming
Not a
all
black
great.
unicorn.
Oh yeah, just seeming so great. And then it's like, oh, you got some other shit going on with you.
That's how people are though now. Like, it's really
I
weird.
couldn't imagine. I don't want to be talking to nobody and you still contacting your ex or folks still calling your phone. That's annoying.
Girl, I ain't got time.
And I hate it for anybody dealing with that shit. So heads up, if you know me and my number changed, it's gonna be because of his ass.
Oh my God. You know what this just reminded me of? I don't know. Can you guys hear me if I talk like this for a second?
Absolutely. I like it better like that anyway.
I don't want to be too loud. I don't want to be too loud because my kids are awake. But so my fiance's ex, when her kid, my oldest is her bio mom, went to visit her, she had used our Netflix password to get in to watch her shows. Why this bitch kept using our fucking Netflix for months and months and months afterwards? Girl, I caught that shit. I was like, who is watching Grey's Anatomy? Ain't nobody in the house watching Grey's Anatomy.
Today?
No, it was like last year.
This day and age, like
you know what I'm saying?
Shut up, D. Not this day and age. There's a lot of people that like the Grey.
That's what I meant by today.
There's a lot of people that still watch.
Listen, I was like, you don't have a Netflix account. You have a whole ass husband, and you don't have any kids.
Listen,
you can't pay $10 a month to get this shit. I was like, bitch. Listen.
It's not that they can't. It's the convenience of somebody else.
That was a little ASMR.
I like that. But I'm a person, when we done, you cut off everything.
To lean in to listen.
I did too. My dumb ass was like,
we so stupid. We be leaning in.
But to bring my rant full circle into our topic, I truly miss the time of the 80s and 90s when people did break up. People did break up or move, and that was it. You maybe didn't see Cindy Lou no more. Like, or
Cindy Lou,
or you didn't hear from Ryan anymore because y'all broke up.
I mean,
and that was it. There was not this, I can still find you on social media. There was not this thing where you could still stalk people. It's like, just leave people.
That's true though, alone. Because it wasn't like, even when you're dating, like, or there wasn't like all these levels to dating. By the way, if you're listening and you're confused about our topic is 80s and 90s nostalgia today. Just to put it out there.
Believe it or not, that's our topic.
Believe it or not, that's our topic.
Whoops.
But that's what we're getting into. But like, do you remember like when you were dating when you were younger in the 90s and stuff, especially like you could go to a dude's house, girl's house, whatever, and like it was just chill. It wasn't like so much stress and drama and pressure. Like you could hang out with his friend, he would hang out with your friends. There wasn't like all this like nitty gritty with like the people to people fucking lines being crossed and all of this shit, because there wasn't like as much like, I don't know, like you said, like all this social media, like, oh, you became friends with her because like you just met, so you became friends
that
online.
Was the thing. Like you didn't know who knew who from what or whatever, so it was kind of like we're all just meeting. There was no like
super chill.
It didn't seem like there was a lot of prejudgment. You could go to a nigga's house
and just like be, watch a movie and just like not have to worry about it being posted all over social media. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like
what we did have.
What
these little magazines. So I remember I had older cousins in California. They would have this magazine. It was a magazine that was put out like once a month, maybe once a week, and people would like write like poetry in it.
Oh,
like their own poetry, and it would be like prisoners writing fucking poetry.
Oh shit, that's kind of dope though.
And then like prisoner art, and then you could like write them back, like they would.
Oh, I remember those. I've seen them.
Yeah, it's like shit like that. That was social media back then, and I thought it was so cool. Because you had to wait for the newest one to come out. You could read everybody's poetry. People would write raps in it. People would have like, oh, get my mixtape at this record store. Like, it was crazy.
At the commissary in the prison. Fucking.
Yeah. Or not even in prison, just like you can get it from like a
wherever. Yeah. Do you guys remember? Did you guys have pen pals? I had pen pals.
Yes.
Oh my God. And
that's when we first started learning in school, like how to write an actual letter.
You what, D? What?
Had a pen pal in Taiwan in the second grade because we had a sister school in Taiwan.
Oh,
and then you have a pen pal.
Oh, I kind of remember you telling me that story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so, like, people don't do pen pals anymore because there's no point. You know what I'm saying? There's.
I mean, like, they still do. I guess it's
but I don't think it's a
like
big
through the
thing.
media.
I mean, is it
I will
the same?
say it feels different.
It is.
You do have the letters. Like I enjoy that. The last time I did look, after I just dogged his ass, the last time I did have letters was when my ex-boyfriend was in boot camp, and I loved getting the letters, and I was almost going to be like, I would have been that goofy bitch, like spraying it with perfume and stuff had I not been doing it digitally.
Same.
Like I did it to Patrick's daddy. I know he ain't listening, so he don't but I used to spray like the notes. I used to spray the notes with Escada. I remember too. It was Escada.
God, I love Escada.
Girl, it was the heart-shaped bottle. I want to say it was Love Spell. I was like, oh, this nigga gonna love this.
Still love Escada.
And then you have to be careful with it because I didn't want my like glitter milky pen to like bleed.
Oh yeah, you gotta let it dry all the way.
So I have to let it dry. But I loved writing letters. I loved getting them. That is like.
Did you collect stationery? Because I collected stationery to do that.
I did too. Oh my God.
I still have a box at my mom's. I'm about to give it to my kids, but I had like stationery, like hundreds and hundreds, like little sticky notes, letters that matched the envelope, and like all kinds of crazy shit. Like,
now, how often were you guys like actually doing the notes and folding them out intricately and passing them out?
Oh, at school, yeah. So you can score a little thing.
Yeah, and it takes you like 2 days to open that bitch.
Oh my God, I just remembered this. Oh my God. Okay. So those notes are fucking dangerous. It can still be like, you know how you like text somebody and you want to like erase it, but you can't, right?
I've gone through this shit.
I got receipts.
I don't know if she's listening, but my maid of honor, Jamie, she used to ride my bus along with this dude I had a little crush on, right? And I wrote him a friendly letter because he doesn't know that I had a crush on him, you know, all that good stuff. And I was just writing him just to be friendly. And then I wrote Jamie this other letter that had all these fucking details about Mike and all the things that I thought about him on the fucking letter. The bitch fucking switched it and gave him the wrong one because they were in class together. I was like, hey,
wait a minute. She did that on purpose?
No, she accidentally.
Well, you said the bitch switched it, and
if
I
it was on
like,
purpose or not. I'm gonna ask her, but because knowing her, she could have done it on purpose. Who knows? I'm gonna hit him up on Facebook to be like, did you know what happened there? But like, she had accidentally, to my knowledge, accidentally switched it, and then we get on. All three of us ride the same bus, okay? Because we all live in the same area. Okay, I get on the bus. They get on the bus. And Mike is just looking at me and smiling. And I was like, what is happening? What is happening? And Jamie was like, I have something to tell you. And I am so sorry. I was like, what's wrong? I was like, what happened? She was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, what happened? She was like,
I'm so sorry.
She was like, I accidentally gave Mike like your note that was meant for me, and the blood in my body from the top of my head, tip of my fingers, the bottom of my toes, it all just kind of like receded into my stomach, like.
And there's
really
nothing you can do. There is no take backs with the letter.
No takesy backsies.
No takesy backsies.
He was super sweet about it, you know. Like, I'm still trying to figure out if he's, you know, batting for the other team at this point, because I haven't seen anything with him, and he has a lot of girlfriends, like friends that are females. So
Well, Demetrius would know.
Speaking of batting for the other team, I'll tell you a little funny note story in Peaches if you're watching.
Oh my God! Come on, Peaches! Come on, Peaches!
I had to be 11 years old. I was in the 6th grade.
Oh, that's right. You guys go way back.
We go back, and I was new to this certain middle school. So in Florida, middle school started in the 6th grade. So I'm just learning how to use a locker. Like, it just, you know, life was hard at this new school.
Life was hard after learning how to use a locker.
Tough. I was like, this locker, because the locks were weird at the school. It was like the lock was built into the locker, and you had to do it a certain way to open
I think that was every lock, because I was never as smooth as the TV show kids I see, because I'm like, Zach Morris is killing this shit, open his locker. I'm like, I'm struggling. I'm struggling, and he's like,
I know, but no, go ahead.
Okay, so I remember it was like maybe my 3rd day in school, and there's this dude named Marcus walks up to me. He's like, hey, no, it wasn't Marcus yet. It was this girl, Emily. She walks up to me. She's like, here, this is from Peaches. And it was a note, and then on her other hand was a flower. It was a rose, but it was a rose that was a little too bloomed. And ripped off of a plant. Like it wasn't a clean cut at all.
Like somebody's yard, nigga.
Someone ran past and was like, yoink.
Yeah.
Here you go.
It was like, I really want to get to know you. I've been checking you out, whatever. I'm in your math class. I'm the black girl with the glasses. But black girl with the glasses. So I went to my math class. I was like, who is it? Every
looking around,
black girl in my math class wore fucking glasses. It was the craziest shit.
The confusion.
It was only like 6, but they all had on glasses.
Everyone turned around like...
I was like, who is it? Didn't know what it was. So I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna act like this never happened. Wasn't used to that kind of attention. So I took the rose. So I took the rose on a bus. And I remember everybody busted out laughing. So I remember I just kind of dropped it on the floor and pretended like that never happened.
You are terrible.
Yeah, I kept the note, and then I ended up going back to school, and then this random dude named Marcus walks up to me and is like, hey, did you ever get back to Peaches? And I was like, who in the fuck is Peaches? I still don't know who she is. She's the black girl in your math class with the glasses. I said, they all have black glasses. And he was like, oh, she's the real skinny one, right? So I'm on the bus again, still not knowing who this person is.
Wasn't everybody skinny back then? Jesus.
But Peaches, you already know Peaches was like very skinny.
Oh, well, she's extra skinny. Yeah,
she was extra skinny back then. So I'm telling everybody on the bus what happened, because these are my new friends that I knew from the neighborhood. And they're just right. Peaches, who the hell is Peaches? Nobody knew who Peaches was. And somebody was like, wait, I think I know who she is. Her name is, we're going to call her D.
Yeah.
Her name is
right.
D.
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay. So I ended up going back, and then during roll call, I was like, that's her. Yeah, not interested. And then I just kind of left it at that.
Damn.
Her friend Marcus threatened to beat me up. He was like, that's a nice girl. Why didn't you write me back? That's a nice girl. He was like gonna beat me up because I didn't want to talk to Peaches.
Oh no.
So then fast forward to Okinawa. I'm in the commissary before school even starts. So technically I'm still a Wolverine at the time. In middle school. I walk over an aisle, and guess who the fuck I see?
Peaches.
I was like, Peaches? She's like, what the fuck is you doing here?
That sounds like her.
Ever since.
That sounds like her.
I hope you're watching. Love you to death.
Yes, we're going to shout her out later. That's so hilarious. And now both of them are batting for the same team. So
she said I was batting for the wrong team. I'm like, nah, I think I'm good.
Oh, no. She, I don't know. Is she bi or is she like straight to the other side now?
I just thought she liked the ladies.
Because right now she with her little lady. Yeah?
She's with her little lady.
Yeah, but she also has a son. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was like, maybe she's bi. I don't know.
Maybe there's a percentage. I have to get more in depth.
Well, I'll have to get her. I'll hit her up later and see what's up. That's crazy that her nickname was already Peaches at like the age of 10, 11. Like,
yeah, she was Peaches.
I feel like you earn that nickname
right in like high school or something.
A rite of passage.
Right. It's kind of crazy. Jesus Christ. It's a little insane. I don't miss it. I loved growing up in the 90s though. I will say that. It was so much more relaxed. And like, I feel like we had a lot of opportunities to do wild fucking shit and not die.
Listen, you think about some of the stuff we were doing. When I hear some of the stories that some people tell me that they were just doing in Okinawa, let alone getting back to the States, I'm like, what the fuck was going on?
Oh my God. So last night or the night before, I was taking my supplements because I'm that person. I take like 12 or 13 of them, right?
A day?
A day, every night. A couple of them is because I took myself off of high blood pressure medication. So I do the minerals and the water pills to control it naturally instead of taking medication, right? And then the rest are just like, just supplements to better my digestion or whatever. Anywho, so I have like 12 pills and I took like half of them with one gulp and the other half with the other gulp. And my daughter was like, how did you do that? And I was, all I wanted to say, bro. For those of you who don't know what brown is, it's a decongestant sold in Japan. It's for coughs and your sinus. And if you take more than 10, 20, 25, sometimes 65 pills, you get high on it.
I know people who take 120.
120 was the highest, I think.
What?
Yeah, I think
I know somebody who took a 240.
The fact that you said you know people.
240.
240.
I've never gone past 60, 65, my nigga. Like,
you apparently weren't trying hard enough.
I wasn't like hardcore like that. Like, misspent youth and everything, but it was easy for me to get, because after a while they locked it down where they wouldn't sell it to Americans. So my ass would like, konnichiwa, and they're like, oh, okay.
They're like, she's safe, give it to her.
She's safe.
And then CJ's like, nom, 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 nom.
So my favorite Brown story, because I'm old and I don't do shit like that anymore, was when I worked at AFIS. And I was a fucking manager there, and me and one of the fucking leads from the outdoor garden outside the patio section, what was his name? It was Patrick. That's what it was. I remember. He was a Mexican dude. He was like, man, I wish I could have some Crown right now. I was like, let's go get some. I was like, our first break is like an hour and a half, 2 hours into the shift, right? And we work 8-hour, 9-hour shifts. So I was like, let's go get some on our break, because the gate 2 was like right there. I was like, we'll be back in 30 minutes. Nobody cares. Like, it was so lenient back then, back in the day on base. It really was.
Say back in the day.
In the day. So we
like
went.
Yesterday.
So he dropped me off at gate 2. I walked out to the drugstore and got like 2 bottles of like, I think 60s. And then we walked back, and across the street from the Kadena BX was the USO like stadium area, right? So it's Schilling. MCCS Schilling was having a Hootie and the Blowfish concert. So
this is so 90s.
Yeah, it is fucking Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh my God.
So me and Patrick got a bottle of Gatorade each, and we just downed that fucking 60 of Brown a piece, and we sat there in the parking lot, hot as a fucking kite, for the rest of our fucking shift, my nigga. Like, the rest of our shift. Like,
it definitely sounded like she was gonna say for the rest of our lives.
Listen,
like I heard it cutting.
Listen, when I say that nobody fucking came to look for us or anything, because I'm always running around on the floor, so I'm never in one place, because I was the manager, right? One of the fucking leads and shit, like for the department for hardlines. So I'm either in the back or in the front, making the schedule, change the schedule. So nobody ever really knew where I was. I also was in charge of the bookmark, so I was ordering books on computers. So I would be in like 8 different fucking locations. Everybody would have to like call me on the fucking PA system to come fucking find me. But nobody fucking PA'd me. Nobody knew I was missing. Nobody knew Patrick was missing. And then we went to clock out, and one of the girls noticed. They were like, you were here today? I was like, yeah, girl, where you been? Like, yeah, I see you on the floor all day. Like, were you doing your work? I was like,
not were you doing your work.
Yeah,
I was floating through my shift, weren't you?
Like, seriously. I just, like, it was one of my favorite memories of fucking Brody. We listened to Hootie and the Blowfish the whole fucking night, and their opening acts and everything. We didn't do anything else. We just sat there, just fucking swaying to their fucking guitars. Like, it was the best time.
I don't know why I felt like concerts were better 80s and 90s than they are now, which is so weird to say, because I didn't go to a lot of concerts, but the ones I experienced, I'm like, was it the nostalgia I have for it that makes it seem better? Because sometimes you play that game too, where you're like, oh, these were the best times, and it's like, but were they really? Or is it just because because I'm thinking so fondly of them, I'm like, I'm making these the best times? But I don't know. It just, when you were watching footage of those concerts, like watching Michael or Prince or Salt and Pepper, really any rapper in the 90s, early 90s, especially Alanis Morissette, just seeing so many people do their thing, what seemed to be very live, raw, uncut. It didn't seem to be as calculated. I feel like now, because of social media, as raw and open as people are supposed to be and could be with this tool, I still feel like more things than not are so edited and contrived, and it's not really as raw as it was before, because you don't get like a million shots or takes or photoshops to death or whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
I totally agree with that. Like, I mean, I still go to one of my favorite bands from the 90s, if you guys don't know me, is Th3. So I go to all their shows, although the coronavirus might not let me go.
Coronavirus.
Because they're supposed to be in Dallas in May, so I don't know if they're going to actually do it or have to reschedule, because Dallas just got shut down today. So we'll see what happens. But, like, every time I go to one of their shows, it's so funny because it's mostly people my age or older.
Yep. Like,
older than me, typically. And it's just interesting because everybody is like, their faces look like they're having the best fucking time. I swear, it's different.
When you're older and you go to those concerts, like I went to like 2 or 3 years ago, Valentine's Day concert. I'm only laughing because to this day we're like, Genuine was high as fuck. So we saw Joe, Genuine,
Ooh.
Jagged Edge, Next, Drew Hill. They had everybody that came out. So, you know, we were hyped in losing it. And Cisco has not like missed a beat. First of all, he showed up to show the fuck out.
Oh,
there were some other people that were clearly struggling, but we didn't care because we were just so excited to see people that a lot of us didn't get a chance to see growing up. Because still, when we were younger, Genuine, and then we're grown.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean? So
yeah, they're already
still weren't going to those
grown
concerts
ups.
like that. My mom wasn't going to R. Kelly me out there like that. So I was like, I'll just listen to So Anxious on my CD player at home because I won't see them live.
I'm so done.
But it was just so exciting to see everybody live. And all of us are in our 30s and 40s, just dressed in their like pimp daddies and mamas and just childlike glee. Just to be so happy. Like if they really talk about doing this Backstreet Boy and Spice Girl tour, I'm letting you know right now. PJ ain't going to college because I'm spending all my money.
The ticket's about to be 3.5 grand. Like
the tickets are gonna be stupid. I need VIP access. I need access to Ginger to ask her why she fucked up the group. I need all the access. So
I just want to meet Scary Spice. That's all.
For sure.
That's all. Oh my God, I was just typing in Jagged Edge in Okinawa. Apparently they were just there last March on the 15th.
Shut up.
At the Slum Bar.
All the way around.
Mm-hmm. Because here's the thing. I'm almost certain it was, I don't know if it was Jagged Edge only or Jagged Edge and 112 in Oki, but for one of my birthdays, I went to their show.
112 was here?
Yeah.
112
Not here. When I say here, y'all, I'm thinking about Oki.
Which one sings Peaches and Cream?
That was 112.
Okay, so 112 and Jagged Edge was in Okinawa then. 2000, 2001.
Now I remember Music Soul Child came there because we were at that show.
Oh, we performed that show.
And then New Edition. That's all I remember.
We did the New Edition. No. Erykah Badu's been there.
We did New Edition?
I swear we did New Edition. Like I really remember doing New Edition and Music Soul Child. We did
a New Edition like group.
Now wait a minute.
Wait. It was Silk.
Silk.
Pushback.
Silk.
Yeah, sorry, a whole bunch of niggas together is New Edition. So I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I can't.
When we're talking about did we do these things, for those of you listening who have no clue what the fuck we're talking about, we used to be backup dancers. So that's what we're meaning. Because we were in a dance group.
We were all dancers.
When the hot talent would come overseas, they knew who to hire.
Do you guys remember how we got so originally our dance crew, it used to be the worst name possible, dear God.
What was it called before
oh my God, are you ready for this? Our dance crew used to be
Wait a minute.
It used to be called Freaknik Duciel.
You fucking lying.
I'm not even kidding. That was my sophomore year. Because that was
Nick, what?
Okay, so
what was Duciel?
Duciel of the night, of the sky, of the night sky.
No, you didn't add to it.
Yes, we did.
Wait, Duciel of the night sky? Is that
what Duciel is like the night sky?
Oh, okay. I thought you were adding to the name. I was like, bitch, please shut up.
That was like my sophomore year. So what happened is all the breaker guys and a few of us females that were like dancers wanted to do a group. And if you're in high school, you have to get a sponsor in order to like make it a legit group, like an after school activity or whatever. So my sophomore, was it sophomore? Maybe it was junior, senior year. It was terrible. We couldn't get any gigs because our junior year, it was one of the PE teachers who wanted to do it. And he was talking about crazy shit like swing dancing.
She said they couldn't get any gigs.
They couldn't. You know why? You know why? Because the sponsor that we had in her fucking Paul Cassidy, we had breakers and pop lockers and shit popping.
Are you talking about Miss B?
Miss B is after. This is Miss P. She was actually one of my classmates' mother, who was also the PE teacher, I believe, or swim teacher or something like that. Oh no, she was the aerobics teacher too. And so I was
she was doing everything.
I was like, we can't do this. This is not working out. So we would do our own thing, and she'd be like, "That's so great," and not understand any of it. So for the first 2 years, it was like fucked up. And then I graduated and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna sponsor them the next year because I was like not doing anything. That's a whole nother story we're gonna get into later about my college years and shit. But while I was working, I sponsored you guys as a team because they need somebody over 18 to sponsor. And then remember we were practicing at the gym at Reisner?
Reisner.
You're welcome.
Oh my God.
You're welcome. all of my OP peeps that are listening are like, oh my God, Reisner Gym. So we were practicing at Reisner Gym, and what was his name? Daddy Kane, right?
Eddie Kane.
Thank you. Eddie Kane. And his fucking one of his female dancers saw us. And she was like, hey, y'all do like shows and stuff like that. And we were like, yeah, sure.
I was just going to say, yeah.
We do it all the time. Like,
you ain't heard about Dulce Vita of the Night? Yeah, we do all that shit.
You don't know
us? Nick Duciel, you don't
know?
But by then we had changed to E1D, which is everyone's dream, which I love. Like, that's like my favorite.
Well, it ended up being a few of our dreams.
I mean, a few of our dreams, yes. But, you know.
You remember?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Please stop. Please stop.
It was just so awesome because we like did our kid thing and got noticed and did our thing. Like when we opened for DMX, great times. I still remember, I hope Chris doesn't like get mad at me, but I still think it's a funny story where I was like,
when he yacked backstage,
he threw up.
Demetrius, what if it wasn't a funny story? You just came in there with him like
No, so like I looked behind me and Chris was there 1 minute. And then I looked behind because I was like, oh, we got 30 seconds to get on stage. And he wasn't there.
Chris
and
said,
I was like, what the
run.
fuck? And he was like,
time for me to skedaddle.
Yes, and like literally like 5 seconds before he comes running back and he's like, I just threw up. I was like, oh my God, are you okay? I was like, okay, here we go. Like fucking Miss Elliott playing.
And now, wait a minute. That gives you context for how long ago that was, because DMX was still relevant in the music scene.
Yeah.
And Get Your Freak On really had just came out. Like that was
it was hot. That shit was
so hot. And the fact that you couldn't tell us shit, because the fact that we had 1-2 step that shit together right when the song came out. And then back in these days, Sonnies and girlies listening, we had to press pause and rewind for a CD to go over it over and over again. There was none of this fancy scrolling.
No,
and
we had a fucking boom box in our fucking...
Yeah, boom boxes. And to really go back, since we're discussing 80s, I will say this. I love the opportunities that dancers have now, and I wish they had...
Uh-oh, she froze. What happened? No.
Oh, no, you did?
Oh, there we go.
She's there.
Come back.
Okay.
You wish what?
I wish we had those opportunities, because I think when a lot of us were coming back from being overseas and the group had dismembered, YouTube and everything else was just getting hot. America's Best Dance Crew was just coming on, and all of these venues for people to be discovered for something like dance were huge. And it was such a big deal because you got to see the dancers that I loved watching with Janet Jackson and Aaliyah and Britney.
Oh my God.
A lot of times it almost felt like if you weren't a classically trained dancer in a certain body type, you weren't going to be noticed or found. And then on top of that, we're overseas, so limited opportunities that way too. For sure. So I envy the new Jacks that can come out and just make a video from their living room, and then somebody can see it and be like, come on tour with me.
Hey, we about to kill our TikTok. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna go on tour with somebody.
I
will be dancing. I almost want to have like a very short 6 to 8 count for my wedding. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Calm down.
I'm just saying.
I thought he said calm down. I was about to be weak.
I said I'm down. Oh my gosh.
I'm totally down. But here's one thing we won't fucking do, CJ.
Uh-oh.
And if you say the wrong thing to this, the last bit of this video will be D and I going in on you again. Because we haven't done it in a long time. What you're not going to do is
what you're not about to do is, go ahead.
Yeah, you're not going to be bossy. You're not going to be yelling at us. You're not going to be like, oh, you moved your arm like this? Well, I moved my arm like that. Well, I did the same thing, CJ. Did you? I'm not going to deal with that shit. I'm scarred. I'm sensitive.
Listen, I have grown, and I realized that I was good for you guys back in the day.
Not good for us. What type of abusive shit is that?
Right. You don't sound like an abuser at all. All right.
That must sound like Ike Turner.
No,
that was good for you. What?
I was good for you guys. I'm just saying, you got
oh my God,
bigger movements so the people in the back could see you on stage. You had to make it exotic and big, and nobody would listen to me, so I had to yell a little.
All I know is I said what I said. She talking about I've grown. Get out of here.
No, I'm a lot softer.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm a lot more smoother around the edges. It's not so spiky anymore.
You have to excuse me because I don't believe shit nobody has to say no more. So we'll see.
I almost spit out my Dr. Pepper cream soda and rum into my computer just now.
Sounds good.
It's really good.
That did sound bomb though.
I don't know if you guys tried the new Dr. Pepper cream soda mix that they have out. It's new. We just went.
I've been trying to get my hand on that extra powerful ginger ale that they got for the colors.
I don't know, but make sure it's not no fucking Schweppes though. Fucking
who drinks that?
I don't know.
Please let us know you do because I was like the what? Canada Dry.
Canada Dry. What's the other one? Fucking
There is no other one. Canada Dry.
That's the only ginger ale you
No, there's Canada Dry in the liter. There's Canada Dry in the cans.
That's it. That's nothing else.
That's the only kind we fuck
I
with.
just know somebody was like, "Yeah, get you some Schweppes." I was like, "That shit will not clean anything out of your system. That's a fake one." Canada Dry has
ginger ale
real
is legit
ginger.
fucking medicine.
It is. And speaking of medicine, who was not in the 80s and 90s on like Flintstones pills?
I was just talking about it yesterday.
And then also, did anybody else? Because my brother was like addicted to it. I think he started making his own lean in like 92 or something. With Dimetap. He was addicted to fucking Dimetap.
Dimetap used to fuck me up.
Wait a minute.
Dimetap used to taste like grape sensation.
Grape sensation.
Like, so good.
Dimetap. Listen, I'm shaking. Listen. Dimetap, baby. That Dimetap, baby. That knock an 80s baby out. I was like, what?
Listen.
That's what's so good.
I like the Flint. Me and Rob were just talking about the Flintstone vitamins. I was like, the grape one was the best, and then the fruit punch one was like super chalky for some reason.
It was really, really chalky.
And then the orange one was like tan. I don't know what was going on with the orange flavor.
You had to,
it was the worst.
Okay, so I figured out how to make those taste better because I noticed as a kid, okay, I can chew or swallow pills better when I follow it up with a swig of my favorite drink. So I'm like, maybe I need some Tang, or maybe I need some
Tang.
Some Tang.
Yeah.
I need some great 90s flavorful drink, and that's gonna set this right. Because just drinking that shit with water, it would happen.
No, it tastes really good when you wash that shit down with some Dimetap.
Oh my god.
Man, that's probably how some kids were all fucked up.
We used to do remember when they made it like illegal for kids to buy Robitussin DM?
Oh, because I used to be in class fucked up.
People like
I didn't know about that until my Filipino friends put me on that shit. They were like,
Robitussin was the shit.
What? I'm
trying
to time out.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out.
Yes.
What the fuck was going on in our households where people had to be high at school?
Nothing. We just wanted to have a good time.
It was just friends telling you, "Hey, try this shit."
I was just gonna say, how did you equate that to a good time?
I mean,
I wasn't like the high person in high school, so I'm just. I guess not judging. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's the same now. Everybody's still smoking weed and doing shrooms and shit like that. It's just one of those experiences because it alters your perception of the world. So you get this weird like sensation of being out of this world, and it's like
I like to be in this bitch. I don't want to be out. Like
I like
out that motherfucker.
Out the world is great. Out the world is great. On that note, we're about to be out for a minute. We coming back after this fucking ad. We be back.
They gonna be floating. I'm not.
We're back. We're laughing because we're not so smart sometimes. It's okay. They're doing cheers. Oh my god, the cheerleaders of Kadena High School versus the dance crew of Kadena High School. Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah, let's talk about that because that's not ringing a bell for me.
Apparently there was always beef there. Brandy, I need you to go on YouTube and figure out what this chick was talking about because she said that she knew why you had beef with some of these people. And yes, girl. Yes,
she got tea.
She got tea, and we need to figure out.
Because I didn't know.
I don't know if we need to bring her on for like just a couple of 10 minutes so she can give us
we might have to hit her up because I'm like, I do not understand.
And then another dude was talking about D. He wanted to know who this brown person was that you was talking about, who you was messing around with.
That was Grant. He wanted to be. He wants to be
Grant just.
What's
up,
we
Grant?
Already connected.
Grant. I think we need to have Grant on our.
I already told him like the night I wanted to bring him on because you know how he is. He was like, "Oh no," he said, "All these badass kids around me right now." He's like, "It's gonna be too loud or whatever." But Grant on would be just beyond hilarious.
Does he got kids?
Oh my, no. He was around family.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So he didn't want it to be on that, but him being on would be beyond.
We need
hilarious.
to get Grant on. Grant, if you're listening, we need you on because like I don't know him personally, but we're friends on Facebook now because he had friend requests me. I was like, yay, Grant! I see you everywhere online, and I was like, he is fucking hilarious just to begin with.
And then, do you know who asked to be on? And I was like, what? You care to be on my little show? My sister.
Oh,
who I was prophetess. Pastor. I was not expecting. I was like, first of all, damn, I'm about to watch my fucking mouth. Just out of respect. Out of respect. And my sister ain't gonna get up here and I'm gonna be cussing like saying. You know what the fuck it is? Gang, 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 gang. No, but she was like, hey, I need to be up there for one of your conspiracy episodes because she's a beast with all that. And then she said, you know who else is? My niece Kayla. And I said, I thought Kayla was just wanting to talk about like beauty and the products because
that's what I thought too.
I thought that too. Apparently, Kayla. Shout out to Kayla. Shout out to my
What's
niece.
Up, Kayla? I know you be messaging us with all your thoughts and inspirations.
Kayla is all about this life, and I do remember before when I first got indoctrinated in the tinfoil hat lifestyle, her being like, "Auntie Brandy, did you know about the so and so?" I'm like, "No, but I actually need to get sleep tonight, so I can't watch this video."
Yeah, they be like an hour and a half long.
Yeah, so we have to figure that out when we have another conspiracy. Because anybody listening, if you're already about that life anyway, and you have something to add, new to add to, especially if it's something that we don't know, come through.
I think our next one for this month, we're gonna go into the depths of coronavirus. I really want to do it. I know we
especially
just said
that 5G. You know, they said Carrie
the
Hilson.
5G thing.
They said Carrie Hilson tweeted about it. Now, what killed me about that is Carrie Hilson. Carrie Hilson isn't like an A-list celeb, right? But she's A-list enough in the brown culture where we hear.
I was gonna say in our culture she's A-list.
Well, listen, we gotta.
I know we got a different culture, right?
In our society.
In our
society, we like Carrie Hilson. Oh, okay, them they like who?
I know.
If it ain't Beyonce or Halle Berry, they probably like, who are you talking about? But anyway, apparently, and I haven't done the research, so don't quote me, but she reposted about this in depth that somebody else researched on. I was just like, damn, because sometimes it seemed like celebrities, no matter what A or D list or whatever, they don't really be talking about some of this stuff. And when they do, they're categorized as washed up and crazy or whatever.
Right.
Like we said, Courtney Love wasn't crazy. She was right. Cat Williams is not crazy. He was really telling what the fuck was going on.
I'm telling you. So I think that'll be a good one. We should bring people on. I would love to see if people want to get on our what the fuck is up with episodes too.
I think they would, especially
and next week, I believe my own brother will be on. Dan will be on too.
Let me get the good wig.
For all the ladies out there that have been waiting to see his beautiful face. He's tatted up now, so if you're into all of that.
Okay.
I'm prefacing my own little brother.
Yeah, you are.
It's fucking gross.
Kris Jenner, though, you got to do what you got to do, girl. Get those views, baby.
I do.
We need to be auctioning off Dan. Shit, he's more.
Shit,
more. Look, no, this is me being so messy but truthful. He's more marketable.
I think you guys are all marketable. Both of you guys are agreeably attractive.
Oh no, that's not debatable. We knew that. That's no conversation. That's facts. That's not up for
yeah, I'm not marketable anymore. Like I used to be marketable to the people who love the curvies and who love the fucking exotics, and I can't do that anymore because I'm taken.
Oh no, there's a pathway for that too. Some people like you.
Well, no, don't get me wrong. My fucking inbox is still flowing, but I just be like delete.
Oh, I know that's right. She said she had to flex. Then we gonna see Rob grab her ass off. Oh, your inbox is what? Oh, your inbox.
Oh no. Sometimes I have to remind him. I said, sir, look at this crazy guy, sir.
Your inbox is doing what?
I just ignore it.
That's another thing. Like in the 80s and 90s, you would have that moment while you were out where someone said something and that was it. It was not them following you or finding you. I had somebody get in my inbox that I do not know. But because we know somebody else, you found me because you see me host bingo once a month. I I don't even recognize your face because our bingo hall fills up. Right. He was like, oh, you did such a great job. Great sense of humor. You look great.
Ew.
All of which is true. However, I don't fucking know you. This is weird.
Listen.
That you found me.
No,
one mutual person
like
in common.
when you start getting things like, hey, saw you on YouTube and blah 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 blah, and you're just like delete like it's not, I'm good. I just
So first of all, I have to share this.
Yes.
I was YouTubing because I'm trying to figure out who had that tea
yes.
about the beef.
Yes.
I put in, go to your internet and put in the triangle YouTube. What's so cool is what comes up on our sex talk. It actually does like the little timeline for us through Google. I don't know how well it's going to show up.
Oh, that's cool. Like which part of the
it's dope as I
you know why? Because that fucking episode was 3 hours long, so I broke it down. If you guys are interested, I just like
that we talked about it. Literally says the surprise in church screen, soul ties, faking orgasms, which we apparently went in about. Y'all gotta watch other episodes. Wow.
So if you guys are interested, just side note, if you go watch, I think it's episode 3, the sex talk. It is 3 hours long, but I have timestamps on it. So if you want to listen to certain areas, you can do it. I would do the Gatorade bottle to start off with. And you'll be hooked. D's ready. Look at him. He's fucking ready every time.
He
had a prop last week too. He had a fucking gun, toy gun. I can't. Yeah,
he had a toy gun.
Yes. I can't.
Yeah. I honestly love him.
I can't handle it. But no, for real. You know what I wanted to mention? Do you remember in the 90s, it was so easy to like fucking fib your life away more than now. I know
yeah, you can't be like
I'm just saying because people do it now, like Photoshop and shit like that. I'm talking like Milli Vanilli when they just took us. They took us for
the girl, you know,
ride.
it's true, like, but over and over again.
Girl.
Or even I didn't know the person that was singing the hook on Marky Mark's song wasn't the girl in the video because they used a skinnier.
It was the older
black girl. Like, feel the vibrations, feel it. That song, I forget.
Do you remember they did that to Missy Elliott in the beginning?
Damn, I know.
Yeah, they did before she blew up.
Before she blew up, they had some black girl who was way skinnier than Missy.
Oh no, they tried her girl
rapping Missy's song, but while Missy was not in the video at all. Like,
they definitely tried her girl.
That was my fucking role model, her and Queen Latifah. And I had like so many brown girls and black girls to look up to that was thick back in the day. Like I know Lizzo's great and everything, but like, here's the thing. Like, Lizzo's right for this fucking era, I guess. But like for me, like Queen Latifah and Missy Elliott, they have that other portion that I feel like is missing from Lizzo, which is like that whole like the queenness and the.
You tried the fuck out of Lizzo.
You know, I'm just saying.
Obviously Missy was cool with it because she collabed with her and gave her props.
I mean, I get it, but I just feel like there was like that.
Especially since Lizzo the only one out here doing it. I'm sorry.
There's nobody else. That's why
we're not gonna hype up Adele and Meghan Trainor and then just say we're annoyed with Lizzo. I don't know. Hell no.
I'm not annoyed with her. I'm just saying it's just a different kind of like feeling, and maybe it's because I'm getting older. I don't know. It's not
because you're getting older. It's because you're wrong. And
bitch.
Look at D.
This motherfucker. No, I mean, like, I appreciate everything Lizzo is doing for this fucking generation. It's just not my cup of tea, I guess, because like I'm down for all the things that she does, but I also feel like there's certain things that have gone past like body positivity, because now it has gone to the place of where, because for me, because I started doing the fashion thing for body positivity, like 100%, but I feel like, I don't know if she's doing the extreme shit on purpose to get the attention to put it on body positivity, or if she's just doing it to get the attention you know what I'm saying?
That's why I have to reevaluate, because I'm like, is what you're doing extreme, or are we categorizing it as extreme because it's on a skin hue and a body type that immediately turns a lot of people off? Because there are plenty of people that were smaller than her, around the same age as her, that were showing more and doing more, but they got heat, but they didn't get the same type of heat that she gets. Like Britney Spears got heat for being too sexy and stuff, but people were more so like, oh, you're supposed to be a role model to the little girls. What are you doing? They weren't slamming her and dogging her and dragging her like they are with Lizzo as a whole. Same thing for Jennifer Lopez and a lot of other people that were agreeably attractive and fitting that European standard of beauty and mold. You get a little bit of flack and heat because they always want to police women and how we should act and look and sing about whatever. But Lizzo just breaks so many molds and boxes for this generation. And I don't like anybody like shoving anything down my throat. So I can get where people are coming from with that, where it seems very in your face. But like with anything, and I am going to use this extreme as an example, whether it is civil rights or whether it's something like Lizzo expressing herself in music, sometimes you have to be in your face and over again.
And like,
and
that's
doing
the thing,
extreme
right?
things to get it done.
I did appreciate her with the assless fucking pants at the basketball game, because
really losing their shit.
Because I know a lot of other people felt the same way, because my first instinct to say the thing that I said was, so we're okay with skinny girls wearing cheerleader outfits at the same place during halftime shows.
Laker girls, cheeks out,
shaking their asses, but it's not okay if Lizzo decides to. So like, I think what it is when society gets uncomfortable with what they're seeing, there's like backlash. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I used to work at the clothing store, and females would be like, I can't wear that, I'm in my 30s, and I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I hate that.
Like, and they would be like, well, you can wear it because you're whatever. And I'm just like, I'm older than you. Like, you need to realize that what you make of yourself is what comes out. So you need to make sure that you love what you're doing, because people would be like, oh, but I'm 32. There's no way I'm wearing these cutoffs.
And sometimes
like,
they don't even
what?
throw that out there. They'll throw the whole thing away because they'll be like, I'm a mom. I'm like, my mom's
oh my God, that I'm a mom thing
I hate
too?
that. Like, that I'm a mom and a wife, so I can't do A,
Does
B,
that mean my fucking self is dead? Like,
apparently it's supposed to. Fuck that shit. I'm fit to be out the fuck
Here's my thing, because these bitches out here know nothing in harm or anything, but when you are like, oh, I can't be showing my cleavage, I can't be wearing anything too tight, that is what got you your man or your woman in the first place. I'm just saying.
For like, some people, yeah, that's very true.
A lot of people. Let's not lie. A lot of people. Because a lot of people met them not in a library. It wasn't a fucking cafe. It was like, let's be real. It was out in the open. If they did go online to meet them, they made sure they was looking some type of way so they can catch their attention. And
well, that just that boils down to just an insecurity thing, because it's like, okay, I got you looking like that. Somebody you're up is too much risk to have you looking like that. Somebody else can get you too. Who are you dressing like that for? It's how people look at it. So it's like, I kind of understand why, but at the same time, you still shouldn't neglect who you are as a person. You should still do what makes you feel good, and fuck what everybody else thinks. You ain't trying to go. If you could be in fucking moo and be cheating on whoever the fuck with. It doesn't matter.
Listen, D. Demetrius, you preaching with your Cash App, so I can give you these tithes and offering.
Not tithes enough.
Because you preaching. Like, that's for real. Like, I've noticed the more I'm working out, and the more I'm feeling better about my body, because I took a lot of that energy I had and that I still clearly have at the beginning of this recording, and reinvested that into my cosplay, ballroom dancing, going to the gym, and just feeling better about myself, because I do believe when you do feel better about yourself, you do dress different, and it doesn't mean more provocative, but for some of us it is. And I'm like, I'm finding myself in dresses I never would have worn, because I would be like, oh, I don't have legs like Jen Aniston, so I don't need to have them out. Or I don't have this like this person, or you can kind of see my stretch mark here. No. I'm going to wear what I want to wear for me, because I like it. I'm going to wear my hair how I want for me, because I like it. Makeup or no makeup, for me, because I like it. Like you said, D, not for anybody else. Not a man that's like, well, I like your hair better like this, or that's a lot of makeup, or
man,
blah, blah,
I wish
blah.
a nigga would. I'd be like,
listen, honey, they do it. They do it even when you're in a relationship. That dress makes you look single. You wear too much makeup. Blah, blah, blah.
That sounds like real life episodes that you had.
Listen, I know how to pick them, honey. I know how to pick them. I'm like, I can't do that again. I need to learn to love and respect and cherish and honor myself enough. That way, when I am with somebody, I'm not trying to turn into a puppet of, well, whatever you like, and what should I do, and what do I have to do? Fuck that. I like when women, especially, because we just give up so much for the sake of like a relationship or to be the best mom or whatever. A lot of us just sacrifice ourselves, and I don't want to do that shit. Like when it's not necessary to.
Oh my God.
Even with this little one in a few years probably gonna have his own social media because I've been very slow with getting him a cell phone, with getting him social media. I'm like, I'm gonna try to have you on a path that I was on as much as I could have you on it. And even with that, I talk to him about real shit all the time because I'm like, I ain't gonna have you follow me on social media because your mama's on trash and post trash me. Or I might be tutored up in a dress and you might feel away because you see people in the comments. However, I'm not going to change how I post and stuff because, my son's out there. Because you need to understand, I'm not just your mom.
Girl, you think I stopped?
Look, I was a woman before I was your mama.
Listen, when I said
had to
that,
bust it wide open for your daddy for you to be here.
I went to a women's business meeting some time ago. I think it was maybe 2.5 years ago. It was just all women, mostly moms or like divorced women with kids and stuff like that. And I was like telling the women there, I was like, y'all, because they were talking about all this stuff, and then I got in the middle and I was like, did you guys forget that you guys are a woman first? Or and they just all went silent. And I was like, I'm just saying that like y'all are so unhappy with where you are right now because you don't get to be yourself. Like there's nothing that you're doing that is for yourself. Even if it's like 20 minutes in the morning to like jog in place or like meditate, read your fucking book, give yourself a facial, whatever it is.
Get
like,
a coffee.
You know what I'm saying? Spend that $10 at fucking Starbucks. Get you something extra.
Yeah, because they got some caramel crunch joint right now. I mean, not anymore because that's all that shit's closed. But I had it last week and that shit was fire.
Look at these.
It was so good.
Look at the no.
And they had like caramel crunchies and stuff at the bottom. I was sucking so hard on that straw. Sorry, I know it sounds really awful. That sounds so awful.
Is there a picture of it so we can get the guys to like start subscribing?
There's not a picture of it at all, but that drink is good.
Oh my God, I can't. But anyway, so going back to the 90s nostalgia and the 80s nostalgia, I was just thinking about because you had said Cisco. Remember when D had Cisco hair and it was all blonde and he had like 2,000 fucking earrings in his ear?
Oh my God, so many earrings.
It was 3.
I don't know why I thought it was many more than that.
What was it? It was 1, 2.
It was 3,000.
I had both sides. It was,
maybe that's what it was.
I want to say it was 3.
Do you even have your piercings still?
Just one each.
One on each side.
So okay, wait a minute. Were tramp stamps more early 2000s or 90s, late 90s?
Late 90s.
Started in the late 90s.
Yeah, late 90s.
Man, good old tramp stamps.
I remember seeing them on. So when I was like 12, 13, at that same middle school, I made friends with a lot of people that were way older than me. Mm-hmm. Like a lot older. Like I was like 12, 13. I had friends that were like 16, 17.
Oh no, that's
and I remember seeing them
difference.
Like bend over to grab something. I'm like,
I was like,
is that your name on the back? Like, why do you have your name? So people will know what your name is?
Everybody had the same shit. It was either the name, the tribal, or the fucking butterflies with the tribal. Like, or it
was like butterflies with like, I always see like either flowers or butterflies or some other entity, and then a tiger eye or something in there.
Oh my God, the eyes.
Animal face. It would be eyes. Yeah, it'd be animal faces.
Which is like really disturbing.
Just to get on my feminist soapbox for a second, although I'm not one.
Get up on
that whole movement really started to like kind of push white girls ahead, not us. But anyway, so
which movement? The star tattoos.
No, not the stars. Talking about feminists.
Stars came later. That was like
just like even the women's rights and that whole thing going anyway. You know, the tier would be white women, and then everybody else would feel
for sure.
But all that aside, I don't even like that it's nicknamed Tramp Stamp, although wildly catchy, and that name's not going anywhere. Yeah. You see how we can't do shit as women? We can't even get goddamn without it being categorized as something
we really can't.
About. We can't do shit. Like, I mean, even when people are dogging out, when we're talking about artists and stuff, the way they tried to drag Foxy and Lil' Kim and anybody that was overtly sexual during their
they did that to Trina.
They did it to Trina. They're doing it now to Megan Thee Stallion. I'm like, but wait a minute. You niggas have been talking about the same pussy, having the women look the same way in the videos. They wearing the, they're wearing the same shit. So it's okay for a man to basically, at least to me, the men that have a problem with it, you're okay with a man dictating what we should look like, when to shake our ass, and what we can talk about as far as sexuality. But a woman saying, this is what I like, this is what I can do to niggas. I can ride dick for 30 minutes and I like it. And I'm not calling you back.
You know what?
And that's a problem.
You know what was weird to me?
You said I can ride dick for 30 minutes.
Is that a problem? Like, you know what was weird to me? All of those female rappers got some shit for it. There's one person who didn't, and it was Missy Elliott.
Oh, I wonder why. You wonder why?
You know why? It's because she was a fake girl. She was a fake girl.
She's like, I wonder why. I wonder why.
Why? Because she looked drastically different for the rest of them. She was not
that's what I was getting at.
Although I know plenty of niggas that said they would hit, she was not overtly sexualized.
Right.
And she made sure she dressed.
She never was. She was always covered up.
She wasn't going to lead in with it. But I'm just like, who gives a fuck if they're using the same thing that you use?
It's weird.
Like it's the dumbest shit ever. Like I hate that shit so much.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Hate it.
Cut the lights on so you see what I could do.
Hey.
Now I have to go listen to the Miss Elliott stuff.
When you listen to the lyrics, it's like, damn, Missy.
She was not playing.
I know she wasn't playing. If I had to pick the dirtiest 90s hip hop female artist, it would be Missy. She said some stuff in her fucking lyrics. I was like, oh, I'm blushing.
It was like it was slick and cute with it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you really listen to it, it was like, oh, she said what now?
No, I'm sorry. Nobody's gonna beat Little Kim because when she says I made a Sprite can disappear in my mouth, you're not.
That was a little, yeah.
You're not topping. You're not topping that lyric. I'm sorry, you're not.
No. Trina. She said, "Well, more juice than the grape when you peel the skin, because it ain't no fun if your tongue ain't in." That's what she said. No. She killed it. She was like, she said something. You can't talk with a pussy in your face. Then it was like really funny.
Okay, never mind. Yeah,
she's fucking
Trina wins.
crazy.
Trina wins. Trina for the win.
Oh my god. You know what else? Think about when I think about 90s music is like Aaliyah. Like how great she would have been. Beyonce would not be a thing if Aaliyah was still here. You guys know that.
still believe that theory, even though I love Beyonce now.
I mean, okay, maybe not love Beyonce because I don't really listen to her stuff. But
oh wow, another thing you're wrong about. Interesting.
I mean, it's just not my style. So
no, I'll say this: I've never really been here for her full albums. To me,
it's the songs.
Her first two were good. But
they were.
Her catalog,
I will give her that.
Her catalog altogether, to me, is still trash. But that girl is a beast on stage. Like nobody's fucking.
Well,
with her.
As a performer, she's like fucking.
Nobody's fucking with her. Are you kidding me?
There's nobody there.
Like
you know how
live
we used to talk
vocals,
about how Britney was a performer, but Christina had the voice. Like Beyonce has both, and then some.
She got some and then some.
Yeah, I'm like, that's all I'm saying.
She's the hardest working person. I don't like when they say hardest working man, woman. She is to me the hardest working artist in the industry. Ain't nobody doing what she's doing behind the scenes.
Her and James Brown is the hardest one.
Ain't nobody like watching that Beachella thing on Netflix. There is the detail, how she's staying up and then still had to go be with them twins and ain't nobody fucking with that. But saying all that to say catalog of music still trash. Still. But everything else is like perfect. So
do you guys yeah.
Trash. So okay, give me 3 solid classic. But you can say classic, like stand the test of time, Beyonce albums.
Let's go.
0.
Exactly. You can name some songs, but you can't name albums.
I'm about to cause some more blasphemy.
Oh my God, the Bayhive is coming after us.
They better not, because I still stand for Beyonce.
I mean,
guess who else catalog is trash, but live vocals and singles were bomb.
Ooh.
Wait a minute, let me get my CJ on.
Uh-oh.
Whitney Houston.
Oh shit.
Give me 3 Whitney Houston albums.
Oh no.
Across the board. I'll wait.
Which one was I'm your baby tonight?
That was a single.
Whatever you want from me. That was a single.
That's not an album.
Yeah, because her singles were fire.
I mean, the only album that I ever listened to over and over was the soundtrack.
Wait a minute. Do you want another one? Do you want another one? And this one might hurt some people.
What?
And she only has like 2 good albums out of almost a 30-year career.
Uh-oh.
Mariah Carey.
Oh, shit.
Mariah Carey gave us 2 good albums. And then trash.
I mean, by the time she got the glitter, it was over.
What we're not going to do is trash glitter.
Yes, we are. Yes,
no,
we are.
Oh, yes, we are. But I think I loved her Rainbow because you can't tell me shit about Heartbreaker. Girl,
Heartbreaker.
she did what she had to
Yes,
fucking do.
Yes, I will give her that. I mean,
But yeah, she had bomb singles. To me, she's only had 2. Maybe I'll stretch it to 3 solid classic. You can pay 30 years from now albums, but a lot of people don't have solid albums. And then when I think about solid albums from maybe like 90s, early 2000s, only person that I can think of just because I wore the shit out was Usher's Confession. I feel like it was a perfect R&B album that will stand the test of time. In that genre.
I did a lot of R&B in the 90s more than anything else. And then I listened to a lot of J-pop. So me, it was like M-Flow and like
The Pump. The shit. Planet Shining was the shit.
Planet Shining. Fucking on Spotify, you can stream that shit. Everything. And
I do every day on my way to work.
Not every day.
Every day. Utada Hikaru, The Pump, Amuro Namiya. They just put all of her catalog on there. Amuro Namiya? Yes, it's on there because she retired last year. So everything is, that's her. Now she's making residual money because she put her shit on Spotify.
Now that I'm thinking about it, even you talking about Spotify, I wonder if a lot of artists, and not even of any fault of their own, just trying to follow the nature of the beast, I wonder if we got out of artists making really great albums like they would in the 70s and 80s and 90s. Because you really don't have to have solid bodies of work anymore because it's kind of about that single. It's about that moment. It's not even about dragging out an era because sometimes there would be years in between. Now you can't go away from years like that unless you got that immunity level like Beyonce does where you can disappear and people are waiting.
You have to be like Beyonce, Aerosmith, like
you
that
really have to be
caliber.
that level where people are waiting for you because other than that, you
like look at us waiting for fucking Rihanna. Look at us. Look at us.
I can say I'm not because that's also another artist. And again, I love Rihanna.
Bitch leaned into the microphone.
Her singles are amazing. Albums are trash.
But I'm saying, I mean, I'm just like, I like her singles. I will say
best album was Loud though. I'm gonna give her that, man. Eenie, Meenie, Miney, Mo. They've got me and D.
But her singles are fucking fire.
Her singles. This is how I know like the devil's really in music because there's no way her and Taylor Swift should always have a bop and a single, and they sound so different sometimes. Sometimes I'll be like, "This was Taylor Swift. What the fuck?" Like I'll be mad because I loved it so much.
Listen,
and I'm like,
when we do the music episode, because I know we're doing it next month. Next month?
Which, if you're listening, Chris, Damien,
Conde,
we definitely gonna bring
Chris
y'all in.
Conde from Austin, Texas.
He knows who he is. I wouldn't try to put your whole shit out there like that, but CJ don't give a fuck. So here we are.
I mean, and then Damien from the Neon Claws. Yeah.
Yes. Who was on a plane? I was like, "Where the fuck are you going?"
Nigga, I saw that too, and I was like, "Where the fuck are you going, sir?"
I meant to text him like.
I mean, he's probably protected by his fucking witchery, so he's fine.
Right. You already know he don't play about his voodoo. He probably got a couple of things protected.
I'm just saying, me and my girl, my oldest, we went to like 3 different elemental stores this past week, and I got me some loose sage. I'll be burning that shit up to clear the air. I just want you guys to know, even if you're not into like the witchery and warlockism, sage, if you burn it, it cleans the air. Just so you know, if you're worried about your air. Just saying. I'm just saying.
No air.
No, not Jordan Sparks.
Listen. 90s music. What about fucking alternative? I want that shit to come back. That was my shit. Alternative and ska. I want white folks ska.
Oh,
I don't want Jamaican ska. I want white people ska. White people had like the ska that's closest to my heart.
Ska was great.
Let me tell you how bomb ska was.
No doubt was the shit.
The Backyardigans. Anybody that got a kid or watched kids, the Backyardigans one of the greatest goddamn kid shows in kid show history. Them niggas would sing every genre of music, and they had a whole episode where they did like ska, and I was like,
white people ska, or was it?
Yes, it was white people ska. I was bugging.
I love white people
because one of the boys, Austin, was kind of pretending to be like a surfer dude, so they were in Cali, so everything was ska, and I was like, a PJ, he had to be like 2 at the time. I was living. He was sitting down like, what the fuck is going on? I was kidding right now.
Mom dancing, kid watching.
I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, this is
CJ,
so good.
do you remember The Urge?
Yes.
They had a song called Jump Right In.
Yes.
That was like my middle school fucking anthem. I used to love that shit.
Not your anthem.
Back when I used to like Johnny Blaze all the fucking time.
Listen, don't get me started on 90s alternative, like the verb pipe, and the verb.
Wait a minute. What's that 90s song that is such a 90s song? It's not even fucking funny.
Bittersweet Symphony?
You already know. You already know.
That was the verb pipe. That was
the quintessential 90s ass song. Listen. Like anytime I listen to it, first of all, I gotta listen to it all the way through.
Yes.
I gotta
listen
stare
to
out
it
the window.
Still.
Look, I have to stare out the window like Ryan Felipe died right outside. Like, damn, shit's crazy.
And then it makes me want to watch the fucking movie Cruel Intentions.
It does.
Every time. Listen, you know who I've been listening to the last couple of days? Because when last week we talked about 90s music, or the week before that, I was like, I've been on a 90s streak. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
I was listening to Savage Garden.
Oh, wow.
Me too.
You're really taking it there.
Chicken cherry cola.
Oh my God, the chicken cherry.
My mom thought that was a fucking cherry cola.
He said, ooh, I've got to find out. And then it's like, what the fuck was he saying the whole time? Because all we heard is,
my mom.
I need you. I want you. What the fuck did you say, bro? But we were vibing.
Oh my God.
Vibing.
It was a fucking vibe.
My mom thought that was a cherry cola commercial. She was like, why is this commercial so long? I'm like, no, mom, this is long. She was like, what? I thought it was a cherry cola, like a cherry coke commercial. No.
Boy, no.
You know what song I really like too? When we're talking about Courtney Love, I loved Hole, That Make Me Over.
Oh,
I think that was like,
that was my karaoke song for a while. Oh, my God,
I loved it so much. And then no doubt, I like Spiderwebs, and Sunday Morning is still
Sunday Morning is my
Sunday Morning.
Oh my
God,
everything. Listen, old school No Doubt is everything.
Oh my God, excuse me. In her vibrato and that annoying whininess we let her get away with for years.
Everybody wanted to be Gwen. Everybody wanted to be Gwen Stefani. Everybody. Didn't matter if you were white or not. Like,
and I accepted her cultural appropriation with the bindi she used to wear.
Oh my God, I know, right?
We didn't care.
We didn't care. We did a lot of stuff. I bought bindis. So
Gwen was like so protected by the Black community. She sampled Biggie for Luxurious, and
she has a song with Eve.
We let her.
EVE.
She does have a song.
She has a song with Eve.
She does. And Akon. So
yeah,
we let her slide. We were like, she's
now
one
she's
of
with
us
her little country
and
man.
she married Gavin Rossdale. So it'd be different if she married a nigga and we was like, oh yeah, come over here. She married Gavin. I don't know what it was about her where we all like, yeah, come on.
I don't know. I think it was.
I think it's because it seemed authentic from her. I didn't feel like. It felt like one of those things where now that we hindsight, we're like, ooh, a bit cringy. But she also gave me vibes like, I don't feel like she was doing it on purpose to like get really something out of it. I feel like she was one of those people.
That's just what she.
I just think she got excited about whatever culture or genre. Even go look at interviews she was doing about the Harajuku girl she was having following her around for that whole era.
Oh yeah. I saw that. I watched it.
That album was fine. And
Japanese.
She's genuinely enamored with the culture. She genuinely loves these girls, but we're also like, you can't do this shit.
No, not anymore. Probably why they're not there anymore. But
listen,
I'm just saying. But no,
we liked it while it lasted.
We did. We ate it up.
90s music was so great, and obviously it's because we grew up probably in it. But I just like hip hop. Even was great. R&B great.
A lot of people don't listen or like to admit that they like country, but country music was definitely better in the 90s.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially when you have Leanne Rimes telling you,
"Oh my
you
God,
can't fight the moonlight because you can't."
How do I live without you? Like I can't. Girl, listen. Oh my God! And let's not forget the iconic Brandy versus Monica. That boy is mine.
What? Everybody was learning those lyrics and going back and forth on their front porches.
I remember Monica came to Okinawa and she went to the academy school where Da Pump and all those people came out of. And she had the whole fucking school crying that she was in their presence. Like, I still remember watching that on TV. I was like, Monica done made the whole fucking school cry because she was just there.
She always seemed so grown and down to earth. And
with her square heels, yeah.
No, leave her alone. It was the time. It was the time. Well, I can wear no square heels. I was on jellies for the longest.
The homie Kendall, if you're watching, Kendall begs to differ. He likes Monica as a performer and her personality. He says she can't sing.
That's a stretch.
He said she can't sing, and he said Keisha Cole can't sing. And he said only ghetto people think that they can sing. And I was like, that's fucked up, man.
I'm not gonna disagree.
No. Oh my! I quit. I quit.
No. Okay. Let me. No. Come back, Brandy. Come back.
Because Brandy ghetto to the motherfucker though.
This is the ghetto. This is so ghetto. I'm in the ghetto. Like no. Listen, Brandy
from Kansas City. That's why.
No.
Not she's from Kansas City.
It's the same reason why
Kansas City is not ratchet first and foremost.
It's the same reason why.
Anytime you have to say a place ain't ratchet, you sound like it's ratchet.
Certain people listen to them. Only certain people listen to them. I love some Keisha Cole, but like if you really listen to her, I
cannot believe y'all doing this to Keisha.
I mean, Fantasia is in the same boat.
Fantasia can sing though.
I mean,
but
okay.
Patty LaBelle even said Fantasia can sing. How you gonna go against Miss Patty?
Sing, but they're in a very similar boat. And you know,
let me call the government so they can quarantine your dumb ass right now. Yes, she here and she look extra Asian. Yes. Yes, I'll hold.
Yes, I'll hold.
Of course I'll hold.
Like, listen, I mean, but you know, Keisha Cole got some good lyrics. Because you know, you going through some stuff if you're listening to Keisha Cole.
Keisha Cole's first 2 albums were bomb. And they were vocally bomb.
Those
like
are struggle albums.
I cannot believe that. And then I'm gonna say something that's gonna fuck some people up.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So y'all gonna try to go in on Monica and y'all gonna go in on Keisha Cole like that. Guess what? Guess who I don't think can sing all that well, although I enjoy some of her music? Brandy.
Oh, I agree.
I think she sings well though.
No, how you think she sings well, but you don't? And they literally call her in this industry the vocal Bible. And I'm like, maybe I'm not hearing something right. Because to me, her voice don't do it for me.
Ray J. I don't know what happened. Her voice
don't do it for me. Like now, if you're talking about Lettucey, Chrisette Michelle, Jill Scott, I will give those ladies vocal Bible. Like Queen Latifah, because that girl can sing too.
Man,
Missy Elliott can sing too.
So they gave me so much hope. Listen,
Shantae Moore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
happened to Shantae Moore?
Tamia,
the industry.
Shantae's got a man.
Deborah motherfucking Cox.
Oh,
we talking about vocal Bibles. I'll give these people that. Brandy, no, we're not.
Brandy's not one of them either.
Her voice has never done it for me like that.
It's just, you know who lost their fucking vocals after she done took somebody else's man?
Oh, Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
She said some people want it all, but some people can't have it all.
This fucking
some people couldn't maintain it all.
The silver platter didn't come with the voices because I don't know what happened. I was like, just because you took off your makeup don't mean that it made it okay. Like, I don't, I'm just saying. But you know what,
That's really funny. I forgot all of them.
Yes, Alicia Keys.
Oh, wow.
Just fucking.
They're never going to let her live that shit down. I will say that's a thing that I don't remember following a lot of artists in the 80s and 90s. Mm-hmm. You'd have something happen and maybe it was gone like a year or two later. Maybe if it was brought back up if someone decided to mention it in their album. But then that was it. It wasn't something that followed you. There wasn't this cancel culture like there is now where they're like, hey, you did something 30 years ago, so boom, we're never letting you.
Didn't Eddie Murphy get caught with a tranny one time?
Yes!
He did! Oh my God! He did!
He totally did. I totally remember that
and they let that stuff go. Like
what was that one actor who got caught with that black escort lady? Her name was Divine.
That was Chris.
Her name was Divine.
Oh, wait. Divine?
Like, and then she had a commercial. She was like, hi, I'm Divine. I remember I was like in the 3rd grade and I was like, who is she? I was like, Mom, she's. My mom was like, nah, she is a prostitute. I was like, oh.
That's fucking terrible.
And then you told your mom that's what you wanted to be when you grew up, right?
Oh, absolutely. Because she's doing something right. She's on TV, number one.
Listen, she's on TV. Let's get that out of the way.
She's doing something right. And it was like 1994. She was doing something.
You know what I want to kind of end this with? Because we got to wrap it up here soon. Who is your guilty pleasure musician? Like that you don't want to tell people, but now we got to tell it to the whole podcast world that you listen to that you really don't talk about. Do you guys have one like that?
I have several.
Like I talk about everything, so
like who?
Cumbia Kings is one.
I'm not surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very surprised though. Not gonna say
like old school Cumbia Kings.
Yes,
is one.
yes.
Another one would probably be Iggy Azalea.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nigga.
And you had the nerve to dog
I'm going
out
to mute him immediately.
It was before all the scandal went down, but this was like
when she was rapping about egg rolls. Is that what you're saying? Like
chicken fried.
No, the first one. I thought I was like, this shit's kind of catchy, and then I caught myself listening to that.
You know who mine is? Phil Collins.
Who the fuck is that?
That's not bad though.
Phil Collins from fucking Genesis, bruh.
Who the fuck is what?
I think he also did the Tarzan soundtrack.
Yeah.
The guy with the voice.
Yeah, he got he's the voice.
Yeah, the voice. I know you're talking about.
No. Yeah, he was the singer for Phil Collins. Like that whole category of like Journey, Genesis, Phil Collins, Sting, Police. Like that's like my guilty pleasure right there. Like
that's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's not expected of a brown person.
Okay, well then if we're talking about things that aren't expected, y'all know how hard I go for Britney. So typically,
oh my god,
like, what?
That's not.
But
slay.
Even when I do like karaoke,
so
I tell people all the time, like I love all genre of music.
Me too.
Much, but I'm like, but I'm a pop princess through and through.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna listen to some trashy pop. Some boy band, girl band stuff. I'm going to hit you with some Eden's Crush. Y'all remember Eden's Crush? I'm gonna hit you with some
S Club 7. S Club 7.
We gonna hit you with S Club 7. Like I'm all about the obscure, but I know my calculus. It means you plus me equals us. I know my. He knows the dance. Who doesn't? You should. I am all for the A, B, C, D, E, F, G list of boy band, girl bands.
I trip a lot of people out with is Die Antwood. That's another one that I like.
Oh,
you know them?
Yes.
I don't.
You listened? Oh, Brandy's like no.
So they have a song. The first time I heard about it, it was a song called "I Think You Freaky and I Like You a Lot." In that, I think you freaky and I like you a lot. They got a song called "Ugly Boy." That's very good. And till I saw the video, it kind of put me off because it was very satanic. So I was like, ugh. But besides that, like I liked the song itself. I guess they did it as a dedication to one of their friends.
Oh my god.
But yeah. That
reminded me, we cannot end this episode without mentioning the So Def Bass All Stars.
Oh shit!
Wow.
So Def,
So Def Bass All Stars.
With my crew.
Oh my god!
Yes to the dance.
You gotta.
The thigh out. Like I can't not.
How are we not talking? Wow, we did miss the whole genre because we didn't talk about the 69 Boys. We didn't talk about
Tootsie Roll. Look, we might have to come back and revisit this shit too because
there was some really nasty, freaky
69 Boys was on
songs.
Some other fuck. I had a cassette tape of the 69 Boys.
Uncle Luke.
Like that's how old I am. 69 Boys tape. Side A, side B. Who is playing music? What is happening, B? What are you trying to play, D?
Tayo.
Oh, Tayo. Or like, what's the other one? He's like
it's on my Spotify. Sorry.
Okay. And what was the other song?
Everything on Spotify, including the Triangle Podcast.
Oh, it is. Check us out. We're on iTunes and a whole bunch of other fucking platforms. No, for real though. I feel like we have to revisit this shit again because
we're gonna have to because there's just too much.
So next month, definitely when we have our musical guests. Next week will be CJ's bro Dan. Hopefully he'll be available. He's a busy man. He's a CEO of his own company, so he runs around doing things, doing important things, I think. But he's real cool. He's still very humble and down to earth and all of that other stuff. So he'll be down to do this. Meanwhile, if you are listening to this, send us some like finance questions, like passive income questions. Let's talk to Dan, the CEO, and see what's up. If you are a female listening and you know what Dan looks like, don't be sending me requests about him or his phone number.
Oh no, his
email, none of that.
Flood it in.
Unless you subscribe to our fucking Anchor channel, then every subscription will get you one phone number. I'll give you one number every month.
And scramble that shit up and just have me calling a random shit. I have to have you guys listen to this while I thought about it because I played this song at a friend's house and they were white.
And nobody knew?
And it was a part of my playlist, but I was like, oh my God, I love this song so much. And you should have seen their face when it got to this part that I'm about to play because I just started screaming.
Fair use.
What do you say?
Fair use.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's just when we use it for like intellectual, like, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
God, I'm allowed to say white person.
No, the music part.
Oh no, I thought we were talking about white people.
No.
Anyway,
Oh
I was like, damn, we can't say nothing about the whites.
No,
It doesn't work when you say the whites. I like when they say the
leave
blacks
the
better.
technical stuff to me and D. We'll just leave it at that.
Anyway, I played it and they were looking at me like straight
Well, play
crazy.
the fucking song, bitch.
I'm about to. I had to put it up. I know she ain't talking. Call me a bitch. You just make sure that you don't be mean to us.
But was you ain't shit. You a bitch.
It's not bad.
Who is this?
I can't hear it.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
It's like really muzzled right now. I think your microphone's backwards.
What'd you say?
I think your microphone is
microphone's backwards.
We gotta fix your microphone. It's backwards. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep, there you go. Oh my god. Brandy's learning things. You guys.
You there now?
Yeah.
This is normal to me.
Turn it back up.
It is that. Oh, that's fun.
Oh my god.
I can't hear it.
That's amazing.
I think it's because the microphone and the microphone is playing off of each other.
When you can just yell like that in a song, you have to look it up. It's called Don't Hold Back. The Sleeping are the people that made it. I have not listened to their whole album, but I'm like, if you're doing this screaming shit through a lot of these songs, I'm down with it.
You know what it's called? You know what that's called? It's called Screamo. No, it's called Screamo.
I'm actually surprisingly into it, and I didn't think I'd be feeling it. And I already liked the song, and then it got to the hollering part, and I was like, oh.
Not the hollering part.
Oh, you know who had some good ones, though, back in the day? Was Flyleaf.
Flyleaf, oh my god.
Oh my god, Flyleaf.
You know who else, before they went mainstream, had Screamo? Because Pete Wentz used to scream in their songs.
Oh, really? He looks like a screamer.
Fall Out Boy.
I would have never guessed that.
Yep, he was the Screamo guy. So if you go back to their old albums and listen to it, Pete is screaming while Patrick sings. Like that was my fucking band too. So you guys have to check it out.
Before I got into them, well, really, I liked Aerosmith a lot.
Oh,
and then I did. Before they got too commercialized.
Gotcha.
Then I was kind of over it. So Jaded was the single they had from whatever album, and and I was over it after that. But Jaded was fly. But got really into Red Hot Chili Peppers more so like as a teen, and then an adult. I'm like, they were making some real ass.
It was the shit.
You know who I was like fucking drooling over for sure, like musically, other than Eve 6? Fucking Incubus.
I think everybody was.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
It was just.
Morning View was the best album they ever had.
They were like the epitome of like 90s fucking alternative fucking rock music too.
They were really good.
And they seemed so Okinawan, but they weren't.
I know. What was that? I don't know. I don't know if like our Okie peeps were like very like Americanized emo like 90s alternative kids, or if like they were, you know, I don't know. I think our culture was so weird because I feel like I was very hip hop and alternative at the same time.
At the same damn time.
Well, you have to be since we decided to separate people with skaters and rappers. What the fuck is that?
That part.
So goddamn.
I would wear like Dickies with Airwalks with like Carl Kanai. Like it was a hot mess. It was a hot.
Well, we all looked like that over there. It was
we literally all looked like that.
We did.
Or those gloves that had like the little nets.
Oh,
that she'd wear.
Oh my god, I still have them.
Yeah.
Like the and then I had the like I also did the Asian Harajuku-ish thing. So I had like beaded bracelets all up on my arms, like both sides. Like I
had the tennis bands, the red, black, and green tennis bands.
Oh my god, yeah.
Dude, let's talk about how many fucking tennis bands I have. I say have because they're locked up.
You still have tennis bands.
They're still in my fucking room somewhere. Because I'm bringing them back. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm wearing some.
I can't talk shit because I found some butterfly clips and I was like, bitch, you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing.
No, but for real. But anyway, we gotta wrap it up because we can talk about the 90s and 80s forever, especially the 90s.
You know, child.
If you feel like asking us questions about our 90s and our livelihood during those times, or if you want to just send us stories about your 80s and 90s experience, that would be amazing. amazing too. Just DM us, email us at thetriangle.gmail.com.
We need to hit up when we do music next month with this. We also need to hit up like shows we used to watch because now I'm thinking about
oh my god,
like Murder She Wrote, In the Heat of the Night.
Oh my god, In the Heat.
Like all those shows.
I'm gonna get a PO box with us too, so I can be like, if you want to let us know how your 80s and 90s experiences was, please write it.
Oh my god, yes. We have to talk about shows and the advertisement because I'm telling you, you could watch your show on Snick and then drool over the Nickelodeon moon shoes.
Oh man, okay, but here's the thing: I lived off base, so we had no American commercials. All I had was like OPSEC, like make sure Operation Security, like it was on FEN.
The way she did it.
That's exactly how it sounded. OPSEC. No, remember?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Sex. I don't want to have sex. Remember that?
I do. Weren't they on the couch?
Were
they on the couch?
Or like,
it was Prince. It was Kiss playing. Not Kiss, sorry. It was When Doves Cry.
Yeah.
And I was like, now that I'm older, I'm like, honey, that was a nice setup. He had a great taste in music.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was home.
Mm-hmm. Or what about that fucking weed commercial? Like, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Like,
and
like
they like
fucking eggs.
No, wait. I like the one where the girl like destroyed the whole apartment. Like she was like, bangers, like your friends, your family, and I'm like, what is in weed?
Oh, you know what the other one was? The girl or the boy that melted the couch.
On the couch. I'm not gonna lie. I sent that one to a couple of friends that I know are like weed heads, and I was like, no, I was like, y'all niggas smoke like every day. This is for sure, y'all.
I mean, like those commercials were kind of intense. It was like out of this world. If you think about it now, ain't nobody dying from fucking smoking weed, y'all.
Didn't do a good job because everybody's on drugs and people do coke way more than what I thought.
Way more.
I don't know why I'm so shocked. I just feel like y'all are really doing coke.
It was like, I can see you, like Chad Williams says. I can
see.
Man,
remember when like my ex's fucking friends used to do coke in my fucking bathroom and I had to kick them all out? Listen, my life is full of trials and tribulations. You guys don't even know. You guys don't even know. But anyway, on that note, I would like to wrap it up. If you guys are interested in sending us emails or DMs, please do so on the triangle at gmail.com is our email. It's the th3 triangl, no e at all.
Yeah, no
and
e,
then
th3 triangle without the e.
Yes, there you go. Also, if you love us already and want to keep listening to us on your podcast platforms, please subscribe. If you see us on YouTube and watch us on YouTube, please make sure you like and comment and hit that notification bell. We drop episodes every Thursday for the Triangle at 12 Central. Are they doing the fucking Macarena? What the fuck is happening? Oh my god, my daughter was doing that today. I can't. And if you are interested in our low brow events and tribulation news from our angle, the news angle is available every Monday at 9 a.m. Central as well.
From the right angle.
Okay. Anyway, on that note, stay safe, be blessed. Maybe tell us about your 90s fucking nostalgia. We'll talk to you later.
Tell us about it. Unless you used to date one of us, then fuck you. Stay away.
Stay away.
Leave us alone.
Oh shit. Fucking Cardi B. Okay. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out. See y'all. Bye.